Here's another ASL video with signs and phrases. Are you ready? The sign addict or addicted. To sign is simply take your index finger of your dominant hand, flex this index finger just like this. This actually becomes like a hook. Bring that towards the side of the mouth, and from here you're going to pretend to pull back just like this. From the side. Front again. That is how I sign addict or addicted. The sign among. The sign is simply take both hands, bring them out in front of the body. Now from here what I do is I take my dominant hand, bring it above the non-dominant hand just like this, and from here they will circle around each other just like this. From the side and from the front again. That is how I sign among. The sign certain or exact. The sign is simply take both hands, bring the thumbs and the index fingers together just like this. Now, my dominant hand is higher than my non-dominant hand. And from here, what I do is I will take my dominant hand and form a little bit of a fancy circular motion just like this, and then bring the fingers together. From the side and from the front again. That is how I sign certain or exact. The sign common sense. The sign is simply take your dominant hand, form the letter C. Now, if you did not know this was the letter C, I made a video on the alphabet, so why don't you take a look at that as well. From here, take the C, bring it to the forehead, and then next, move the C away from the forehead and form the letter S, just like this. From the side and from the front again. That is how you sign common sense. The sign destiny, future, or will. The sign is simply take your dominant hand, bring the fingers together just like this, and place it out in front of the body, but kind of towards the side. From here, you'll do a upward arc motion away from the body, just like this. From the side, front again. That is how I sign destiny, future, or will. The sign globally. To sign this, I actually use two separate signs. The first sign I use is world. Now to sign this, simply take both hands, form the letters W. From here, bring them on the side, take your dominant hand, place that on top of the non-dominant hand, go forward and back to the original position, just like this, from the side, front again. Now from here, I just actually do the sign public, take both hands, bring them like they're kind of parallel to each other, and then open them up just like this. So let me show you that whole sign together. From the side, and from the front again. That is how I sign globally. The sign indicate. To sign this, I actually use the sign show or demonstrate. So to sign this, simply take your non-dominant hand, bring that out in front of the body just like this with the palm facing away from the signer. Now with your dominant hand, take the index finger, place that right there in the center of the palm of the non-dominant hand and go forward just like this from the side and then from the front again. That is how I sign indicate. The sign or phrase looks like or seem. The sign is simply take your dominant hand, bring that out in front of the body just like this. Now, I actually cuff my hands a little bit, and from here, I pivot at the wrist. From the side, and from the front again. That is how I sign the phrase looks like or seem. The sign proficiency, skilled, or expert. To sign is simply take your non-dominant hand, bring that out in front of the body just like this, palm is facing the side. Now with your dominant hand, cuff that around the back of the hand and the palm of the non-dominant hand, just like this. Then go forward, just like this, from the side and from the front again. Now, if someone's extremely skilled or extremely proficient, make sure you demonstrate that on your face. That is how I sign proficient, proficiency, skilled, or expert. The sign to reaffirm. To sign is simply take your non-dominant hand, bring that out in front of the body just like this, palm is facing the side. Now with your dominant hand, extend out the thumb, bring that thumb right there in the center of the palm of the non-dominant hand. From here, I pretend as though I'm pressing into it, and then I'm actually gonna go forward, and as I go forward, I'm going to turn the thumb downward just like this. From the side, and from the front again. That is how I sign to reaffirm. For the phrase, I'm starving to death. To sign this is actually two separate signs. The first one is hunger or starve, and the next one is death. Now, let's start with the first sign. To sign hunger or starve, take your dominant hand, bring that up against the body just like this, and go downward. From here, take both hands, bring them out in front of the body. Now, your dominant hand faces downward, and your non-dominant hand faces upwards. And from here, flip them into the opposite sides, just like this. So let me show you the whole sign. From the side, and from the front again. That's how I sign the phrase, I'm starving to death. The sign treating as if I'm treating a patient. The sign is simply take both hands, form the letter K. From here, bring them on their sides and take your dominant hand, place that on top of the non-dominant hand, and from here, tap them twice together. From the side, and from the front again. That is how I sign treating. Now, on this video, I've showed you approximately 12 signs and phrases. If you've learned anything from this video, do me the honor of hitting the like button. Next, hit the subscribe button. And last but not least, hit the notification button and stay tuned for my next ASL video.